Dark Eden. The very name struck a sense of dread and fear into even the most brazen of vampires. Isolated in a narrow valley etched into the mountains that formed the backbone of Nosgoth's heartlands, it was a place where corruption and death filled the very earth upon which you walked. I did not know why Iskandar had chosen to flee into the depths of this dismal pit, for the memories I had drawn from his subordinate had given me no clue as to his motives. But regardless of his intentions, I would rake my way through Dark Eden's blackest depths to deliver the justice that he had earned.
I'll admit, that's the first time a vampire has been quick enough to dodge one of my arrows. You're quick, even for a Zephanim.
I could not see him. The echoes moving through this mountain pass could allow his voice to be coming from anywhere. And this is the first time a simple human has been able to shake off my illusions so that they can see me.
My name is Taija the Vampire, and you kind of overestimate yourselves. You're arrogant, and with arrogance comes complacence. It's not all that hard to shake off an illusion like that if you know what to look for.
So this is a lesson in humility, is it?
Ha! We all have to learn we're not as high and mighty as we like to pretend.
Very profound, I'm sure.
As noble as it is to engage in banter with a leech, I really don't have all evening. So just come out from behind those rocks, and we can just end it.
My options were limited. If this human truly could see through my illusions, then from his hidden perch he would be free to shoot me before I could even determine his location. This gorge had many protruding crags and crevices that would make excellent vantage point for an archer. And I doubted he would simply stay in one spot. But perhaps I could use that to my advantage.
Poor choice, vampire. I can see those fake images for what they are.
No doubt. But I wonder just how many of them you can handle at once.
What no?
Usually, when creating false images of myself to distract my prey, it was wise to limit the number to a sensible handful, no more than 3 at the most. Beyond that, and you risked exerting more energy than was wise, especially when facing an enemy. But let us see if the eagle eyes of this tie card could see through a dozen or more images at once.
Foolish bloodsucker! They're all fakes, I can see that. You won't use them too. Hold on. Where's the real you? Still hiding somewhere down there?
Fool. Even if you know they are illusions, they will still draw your eye. I have no intention of wasting my time on the likes of you. I've far greater worries than some simple sniping blood maggot. Feel lucky that I let you live this time.
You're just running away? You damn coward! This isn't over yet. Do you hear me? My arrows will find your heart yet.
No doubt he would rouse more hunters to aid him in his search for me. It might have been wiser to expend the effort to simply kill him. But I would be done with my task here before he could mount any large hunt for me. And I would need all the strength I had for Iskandar. Before me lay the all but barren wasteland of Dark Eden. Humans called this place the Black Valley, and it earned its name honestly. Ancient lava flows riddled the land like black blood vessels, each as dark as night. The vegetation was low and stunted, and all either grey or black. The very earth itself was dusty and brittle, like powdered sand, and all as dark as freshly spilled blood. Tales had been passed down through many vampire generations. Whispered stories, which were said to have originally come from Kain himself. They told of three insane powers which had come together here and combined their energies to produce a warping of nature. A distorting so powerful that anything it came into contact with was transformed into a hideous parody of its former self. Men, beasts, the earth itself, nothing was spared from its ravaging alterations. Even the Watchers of Dark Eden, brazen as they were, would not err. It was said that in his youth, Kain had journeyed into the heart of this madness, to the dark spire towering in its center, and cut out the source of the creeping cancer. I had no reason to doubt this divine exploit, but as I beheld the scarred land before me, I could see that the mark of the corruption at least had endured. A flesh hawk, neither bird nor bat, but a revolting hybrid of both. They were a vicious, mutant abomination, and a sign of the presence of the only other human faction worse than the Watchers or Prophets, the degenerate Beastmasters. These men were the very worst of humanity. Their hatred of vampire kind had pushed them into degenerate acts that not even the Prophets would stoop to. But they embraced the corruption of this blighted land and harnessed it as a weapon, allowing it to spread and infect any who opposed them. The mutants and hybrids of Dark Eden were said to obey them, and there were even some rumors that they could change their form through dark magic to assume their hideous shapes. Following the hawk at a prudent distance, I had my fears confirmed. A small settlement lay in this valley basin, and even from a distance, I could see that it was home to a degenerate squatter population. Normally, such a dwelling would be unworthy of notice, but it had been built around the entrance to a larger set of dark, spiked ruins that stretched across the extent of the valley towards its northern edge. Could this be the remains of the legendary spire of Dark Eden itself, from which those ancient corrupting energies had once spewed? I felt it was no mere coincidence that Iskandar had chosen to flee here. There must be something in this valley worth seeking, something he could use to his advantage. Could it have something to do with the ancient corruption of this place? Whatever the plans of the betrayer might be, I would discover them. You returned, my dear. Yes. Yes, I see.
What did he say?
He says he saw Taichern in the Seven Pass again.
I thought that bastard was told not to come back into our territory.
He was.
Oy, the Elder will have his head on a stick.
Oh, hardly. Not after the last time. More likely it'll be the labyrinth for him.
Oh, he'll certainly give the stalker a good challenge.
Stalker? What was this? Speaking of, did you hear it moaning last night, or was it just me?
No, I heard it. Kept me up half the night.
Never heard it sound like that before.
Maybe it's suffering indigestion from that vampire?
Can't imagine winged leeches are that appetizing. Yes, I know. Here you go. A winged vampire? Here? It could only be a scandal. If he was with this stalker, then where?
Please! Please don't do this! I beg you!
Your pleading won't save you this time. You knew what the consequences would be, Agat. Bring him.
No! No! Please, dear God, no! Let me go! You can't do this to me!
Let all here know that on this day, Agat Blackwinter was found inside the tent of Rhaegon Longstrider, attempting to force himself upon Longstrider's first wife. For this crime, he is forever cut off from our fellowship and exiled to the depths of the labyrinth.
You can't! The stalker will kill me!
Then hope you're lucky, and it'll finish the act quickly. Open the gate! So the stalker was inside the ruins they called a labyrinth. And if Iskandar was there as well, then that was where I had to be. I had to move quickly.
No! No! Dear God, no! No, we gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. We gotta die. We gotta die. No, God. God, I wanna go. I wanna live. I wanna die.
I require your blood.
What?
And so I found myself facing the darkness of the Beastmaster's labyrinth. Somewhere within, Iskandar was hiding from the punishment he had earned for his betrayal. But hiding with him was a feared beast, this so-called stalker. I knew not what sort of denizen the humans had locked in this maze and feared so much. But there was in this place the unmistakable scent of a vampiric den. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Surely the Great Inquisitor of the Zephyrin is capable of greater speed than this. What? Iskandar? In the flesh, somewhere around here. Come out, you coward! You will not escape justice. The Zephyrin are many things, but an arbiter of justice isn't one of them. Were you truly so arrogant you didn't imagine I knew you were following me, Jahol? That I didn't think there would be consequences for my actions? And so you ran and hid in the furthermost, blackest pit you could find. Hardly. I'm merely turning the tables. Let us see how the hunter likes becoming the hunted. You overestimate yourself. Now, whoever said it was me